Hey guys, I'm a little tired right now, but today is October 20th. I had my lesson earlier today. I'll get into that in a second. I wanted to give you a little bit of a grad school update. This past Friday, I had a Zoom lesson with Charlie Duvall at the University of Illinois. And this was the first lesson, nothing against him or anything, but this was the first lesson that I didn't really click with the professor. Watch, a year from now I'll be at University of Illinois. We'll see. But I didn't really click with him very well. As far as his teaching, I learned some stuff from him for sure, and I could definitely see myself studying with him and learning from him. But, if I'm just being completely honest, it wouldn't be my first choice for school. I don't know. There's just a number of things that I'm not going to get into on this video, but not necessarily the teaching style that I'm looking for. I'll just leave it at that. Nothing against him or anything. He's one of the greatest trumpet professors. He's an excellent excerpt coach. I'm sure I could learn a lot from him. I have one of his books even. From my undergrad. So anyways, nothing against him or anything, but I haven't officially decided yet, but I'm gonna keep thinking on it. But I don't think I'm gonna send in any materials for University of Illinois. But that being said, who knows? The other trumpet professor there is Ronnie. I shouldn't call him that. I've never met him before, but that's what everyone calls him. He's the former trumpet player in the Canadian brass, like the original Canadian brass. I looked up to him. His playing of Amazing Grace. If you type in Canadian brass Amazing Grace on YouTube, I'm sure that's the first one that pops up. Chris Coletti does it fantastic, and all that stuff. He's no longer with the group either, but Ronald Rahm, that video is one of the most inspirational videos for me as a trumpet player. And I wouldn't want to study with him necessarily. He would be more like, I would say he'd be more the soloist route, where I want more orchestral, which would definitely be more Charlie Duvall. But taking a few lessons with him would be amazing. But he's not that you can't teach when you're old, but he's at least 70. I don't know, 70, 75. So anyways, that's kind of where I'm at with the University of Illinois. I have a lesson this Thursday, so I will have already had it when this video comes out, with Chris Gecker. He's at University of Maryland. I'm excited for that one. All the college professors are super busy right now, so I really appreciate all these guys that I've had lessons with doing that. But so I'm not complaining at all, but Chris Gecker and I are just going to have 30 minutes. So most of these other lessons have been at least an hour, most of the time a little bit longer actually. So I'm going to have to cram a lot in those 30 minutes to get I'll probably keep the questions a little lighter this time, just so I can see what his teaching style is like. I'm very looking forward to that lesson. Trying to think here. That's pretty much an update on the grad school thing. As far as trumpet playing goes, my lesson went really well today. Worked on third movement of Haydn, as well as Bitsch 5. Haven't worked on that with Matt yet. So lots of good things that we talked about in our lesson today. Matt's awesome too. He's letting me hear. He connected me with one of his composer friends to help me write the cadenza I'm writing for Haydn. So that'll be cool. I'll keep you updated on that too in the series. I'm not sure when we're going to meet, if that's going to be this week or most likely next week, I would assume. But because I'm no composer by any means, but that's mostly for the Cleveland Institute of Music audition. Mike Sachs is pretty, you should write your own cadenza and stuff, which I am. He's not going to write it for me, but he's I think, going to help me make it a little stronger cadenza than it is right now. It's not a bad cadenza. I would feel comfortable performing it, but I don't know if I feel comfortable performing it in front of Mike Sachs. So, I don't know if I feel comfortable performing anything in front of Mike Sachs. But anyways, yeah. So that's pretty much everything. We didn't get to a lot of other stuff today. We're still working on the same excerpts and stuff. But as far as my trumpet playing goes, I don't know. Over the past month or so, I just want to talk a little bit about this, I guess. I never plan these out either. I just ramble on. But over the past month or so, I've really felt like I rediscovered my sound. Which is really cool. After the pandemic hit and I kind of stopped playing with people, my practicing was the same amount for the most part. It dipped a little bit more towards the beginning, and then the summer a little bit, but that's not out of the ordinary for me, to be honest. The pandemic part is, but not playing with people kind of affects you, or at least my playing, differently. And I'm not playing in nice rooms or anything. I'm playing in my basement and stuff. I kind of felt like I lost my sound a little bit. Got a little more air. I just wasn't happy with it. I knew that I've played better in the past and stuff, but now I can confidently say this is the best I've ever played in my life. It took a little bit of a dip, my playing overall, I'd say, after all this happened, but now I'm back and better than ever. I'm really, really confident with my playing now. I'm starting to really figure some stuff out tonguing-wise, which I never have. It's definitely still not where I'd like it to be, but I'm really starting to figure some stuff out, and a lot of that has to do with Matt Ernst. He's really helped me, and it's more the way I've thought about things. Obviously, he's been so helpful with me with how to do things, and just being able to hear him too, which I'm so happy we have in-person lessons. But I love Matt, but it's not just him, it's my practicing too. I've noticed, I just focus on things a little bit more. I'm just starting to figure out some things that I didn't really realize about myself and my playing really over the past month. Nothing like earth-shattering, just a lot of things about focusing and attention to detail and stuff like that. I'm nowhere near, where I want to be with trumpet playing. I still have plenty of issues with my playing, don't get me wrong. But I really feel like I'm improving a lot. And I'm sure, in 5-6 months from now, I'll feel like I can't play again. It's funny how that happens, but I'm in a upswing on my playing. Now I have to, be careful that I said that. Now I'll be downhill after this. But anyways, this was longer than I was expecting. I was expecting this one to be like 2 minutes long. But I guess the Advil is starting to kick in. Had a long day, drove to Milwaukee, taught some lessons too. You don't care though. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. If you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, bell button so you don't miss any other videos. Comment below if you have any questions regarding anything I talked about. I'm more than happy to answer anything. As always, everything I'm working on is linked below. It should be basically the same as last week. Most likely exactly the same as last week. And I will let you know how my lesson with Chris Gecker goes, and keep you updated with all things trumpet in my life. So thanks so much for watching. See you on the next one.